If you've got a whole bunch of EC2 instances set up, then we've looked at how we can automatically scale them so that you can handle a large amount of traffic. But actually, how do you distribute that traffic evenly across all of your different EC2 instances? There's no point in having 10 different EC2 instances if all of the traffic is being directed to just one. It's the same problem. And so that's where we need load balancers. Today, we're talking about what load balancers are, why they're important, and how they work. Load balancing is basically something that's going to help to direct all the traffic that's coming into all your different EC2 instances and evenly spread them out so that no one instance is going to get overwhelmed. A great example is imagine that you walk into a restaurant and there's a bunch of different tables available, but there's a really popular table which everyone seems to be crowding around. And as you go in, you just feel drawn to this table. Like, I have to be where everyone else has been. I don't want to go and sit by myself. That's just going to be sad. But what we actually need is a really good server or front of house person to actually help people who are coming in to spread them out around all of the different tables in the restaurant and make sure that everyone has a chance to actually sit down and have a good meal. We're not just all trying to crowd around one table. It's the same sort of deal here with load balancing. In AWS, we're constantly having different requests that are coming in and they don't know where they're going to go. Where do they go? They need someone who's going to actually direct them to the right place and make sure that they're making good decisions about where we're sending them. This is where elastic load balancing comes in. Elastic load balancing is AWS's load balancing service, and it distributes all incoming traffic across a whole bunch of different AWS services, including EC2 instances. They often work really hand in hand with auto scaling groups, as you might be automatically scaling up, for example, your EC2 instances, then your load balancer is also going to come into play and help to distribute the traffic evenly across your new number of instances. And if the traffic starts to reduce, then the elastic load balancer is going to stop all traffic, wait for the dust to settle, so to speak, or the existing request to actually complete, and then it's going to let the auto scaling terminate any instances that we don't need anymore and then start to redirect the traffic to the ones that are left over. So if you are using the elastic load balancer, then I would really recommend as well using them together with the auto scaling or vice versa. If you're using auto scaling, then definitely look into the load balancing as well. Now, the great thing about this is that it takes a lot of the manual work out of it, so you don't have to worry about manually directing all of the incoming requests. And it's working across multiple instances so that if one of them fails, then it's actually going to pick that up and it's going to automatically redirect the traffic to the ones that are still healthy and thriving. So your application is going to have much better resilience. It's going to be up longer, less buggy, less errors because the traffic is automatically being directed live based on demand and the actual capacity of your instances. If heaps of new traffic comes in, then the elastic load balancer is going to just handle it all with no extra cost, which is fantastic. And it doesn't just have to be used for external to internal requests. So, for example, the front end and the back end of your application. If you're sending a lot of requests there, then the load balancer can help to actually smooth that out and make sure that no one place is getting overwhelmed. Happy learning, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.